I said earlier that the image that I keep returning to as I thought about this day, this time, were the ripples of water, ripples. Those ripples, in Deborah's case, with her work with Friends Council, will continue for generations. There's no part of our current work at Friends Council, deepening the Quaker nature and character of our schools, that was not initiated or influenced by her service. There is no part of our current work at Friends Council, deepening the Quaker nature and character of our schools, that was not initiated or influenced by her service. Looking out at all of you, I would estimate that there is a better than average chance that Deborah has influenced your thinking about and your work in Quaker schools. Our meeting school care relationship book, for example, grew out of her action research in the very first Institute for Engaging Leadership. I'm confident that many of you have it on your shelf. That's Deborah. If you've attended a New to Quakerism workshop with me or any other facilitator, you know how deeply important it is to her. Wait, I'm mixed up, I'm sorry. If you've attended a New to Quaker workshop with me or any of the other facilitators, the careful way in which we lead you to experience Quakerism firsthand grew out of Deborah's creative and careful planning. If you volunteered to clerk a peer network and have engaged in planning with Deborah, you know how deeply important it is to her that a community actively engaged with the practices of Quakerism is at the center of that gathering. And you know that she insists that gatherings begin with making personal connections with your colleagues that deepen over the course of the morning or the afternoon or the day. If you've attended a community conversation of race, you've witnessed Deborah's ability to create space for dialogue and learning that centers both in the integrity of the given topic and an honest challenge to all of us to dig deeper, to make new connections in ourselves and with others. It's where her expert ability to design thrives. Any of you who have participated in member renewal process have experienced her expert planning and guidance, and you've directly experienced her passion for Quaker education that shines through in each and every one of the guiding principles that's contained in that document. So I was thinking about what to say today. I think it's fair to say that the member renewal process reflects Deborah's challenge to all of us to live as deeply as possible into the promise of our friends' schools. I'm not even mentioning Spark. But I invite you to step back and think about how powerfully each of the programs I've mentioned are to the good working order of our schools, not just now, but into the future. This is 10 years for me at Friends Council, and as I speak to you now, I think about the impact of this partial list of Deborah's influential work. It is not lost on me that I am one of the chief beneficiaries of her work. I spent 15 summers working at a Shaker village, one of the two that had actual Shakers, started when I was 14. I lived there, and it meant attending religious services there. They also called it meeting. One of the things I noticed early on was how Shakers called to the spirits of those who had gone before. Sister Mildred would give testimony in meeting often about feeling the spirit of someone in the community who had been a mentor or a teacher of hers, someone who was gone but maintained a critical influence on her thinking, on how she thought about her spiritual life, whether or not she was a good Shaker. I know that I will call on Deborah's spirit. I'll actually call you on the phone because I know you're still doing Spark. I will call on Deborah's spirit as we move forward at Friends Council. And the spirit I will call on most is the one that insists that integrity, community, and deep affection for our colleagues is at the center of everything that we do. Before I call Deborah up, I want to thank Craig. I know you through stories mostly, But as a person who found a spouse late in life, I know how critically important a really great one is. I know through Deborra that you've been a great source of support, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of us on the team because we know we've benefited from that support. And I now know exactly how that works. Thank you.